man many of you are going to recognise. Not because he's famous, he's local. Who's ready for your third act of the evening? I need a little bit of Dave Hardman love from you. Are you ready? So I'm going to say his name, Martin Brown, 1, 2, 3. That was frankly half-assed, Dave. And I'm not just talking about the fists. I need you to stand up. You're in ER. You're in the opening title sequence of ER. You've saved a life for once. You haven't spent most of your career burying them in the grounds. So, Martin Brown, 1, 2, 3.
Alright. Is there anyone in tonight who's currently in the witness protection programme? You quite often catch a few people, aren't you? Obviously you're in some sort of programme, but I think it's witness protection, is it? I'm obviously local, so it took me longer to get here than it did the acts from London, as I had to come through the brewery roundabout. That's a great project, isn't it? Hundreds of thousands of pounds spent, so I can sit in a queue for 15 minutes, slightly further on than I did previously. But Devizes is a great place to shop, isn't it? By that I mean if your idea of shopping is to book a holiday, drop something off at a charity shop, and on your way home pick up a mobility scooter. And why have we got so many coffee shops now? We used to manage with 1 or 2, didn't we? Then somebody from Potton watches an episode of Friends. And they're everywhere, aren't they? We're creating our own problems, you know that, don't you? We're creating caffeine addicts. You see them walking around town, aren't they? On their way down to the churchyard to suck on a coffee bean. But I actually reside in Bromham now. Know what you're thinking? Out there in the sticks, we're way behind the times. That couldn't be further from the truth. Next month somebody in the village is opening a video rental shop. So we're just trying to compete with Pusey. See the webbed hand come over. I'm not actually too far away from the glitz and glamour of show business, living that what I do, because a couple of miles away from me is the village of Laycock. Yeah, which is, well as having a slightly amusing name. It's one of the most prolific places in the country for filming, and they film the Harry Potter films there. Pride and Prejudice, loads of period dramas. Dame Judi Dench is in the local pub so often she actually runs the ladies' dance team. It's not all glamour in there, however. You try following Robbie Coltrane into the toilet when he's been on the pickled eggs. To be fair, the girls do say the same about Dame Judi Dench, or Dench the Stench, as she's in the What I would say, my most favourite thing about Devizes is the fact that it's not calm. I went to a wedding in Calm last summer. The only wedding I'd ever been to where the bride and groom had both been outfitted. at JJB Sports. They put their... I've heard that one before. They put their wedding gift list online with Wilkinson's. I just bought my book by their favourite author, Jordan. But weddings can be quite stressful, and I've always suffered from stress anyway, always suffered from stress. Even at school, where I was voted boy most likely to have a stroke. But there's a lot to worry about at the moment, isn't there? There's a lot of stress and worry about. There's war, recession, volcanoes. I'm glad that's over so I can tell whether British Airways are on strike or not. One of the things that stresses me out most is wherever I go, all the media, TV, radios, newspapers, they're constantly asking me the same question. They're asking you guys as well. Got any gold? Go on, send us your gold. We'll even send you a free bag. Yeah, you're right, a free bag if you send it to us. Then they ask that brilliant question, don't they? Have you got any spare gold? Who do you think I am? Blackbeard? They rolled those Pirates of the Caribbean films out one after as well, didn't they? And that stressed me out as well, so my kids drove me mad. Dad, we want to go and see the Pirates. Dad, please, can we go and see the Pirates? We want to go and see the Pirates. So in the end, I relented and bought them tickets to Somalia. I haven't seen them since. Tell a lie, I did catch a fleeting glimpse of them in a Ross Kemp documentary. What is going on with Ross Kemp? Is there anything else any more mad or dangerous that he can do? What's he going to do next? Hang around the Eastleigh Road one stop? Buy a Toyota? Form a gay rights movement within the Taliban? There's got to be a better way of fighting the Taliban, hasn't there? I've got some ideas. Number one, we parachute Kerry Katoni into one of their training camps to fuck up their morale. Number two, we introduce them to Facebook so they can waste their time on Mafia Wars and Farmville. Ahmed has sent you a cow. Thanks very much for that, Ahmed, but don't think we should be concentrating on the overthrow of the Western democracies. Sorry. 3, we impose a strict regime of health and safety. They wouldn't like that, would they? Excuse me, where do you think you're going with that AK-47? Hope you don't think you can discharge it without wearing the appropriate ear defenders. Give a man a qualification in health and safety and watch how quickly he turns into an over-officious twat. I used to work with one such guy. He's now turned into somebody so overly officious. If he took his own children to the seaside, looked out to see them drowning, he would shout, "Let go of that lilo. It clearly states on it must not be used as a flotation device." Health and safety people think we're stupid, don't they? There was that recent tragic event at SeaWorld in Orlando where a trainer was killed by the killer whale. What was the response? We should be reviewing our health and safety procedures. What for? The whale obviously hadn't read the previous one. Also, I'd just like to say, as a general rule of thumb, never get into a swimming pool with anything that in its own name has the word killer. The clues were there, weren't they? You didn't get that name by balancing a ball on his nose, did you? Then it turns out that this whale had in fact been involved in 2 previous deaths. So he was in fact a serial killer whale.
Hey!
I've been Martin, thanks for listening, good night.
Hey! Chubby! Chubby!
There's the moon! There's the moon! What a revelation! Martin Brown, ladies and gentlemen!
Hey!
Now, because you've been there the first ever one, it's kind of Martin and Paul's baby. Just had an image of what Martin and Paul's baby would look like. No. I'm too sexy for... No, so what we have to do is we have to remember that this Martin did really well here and he's going to keep this going month after month. Will you support him?
Yay!
Now, what you've got now is another interval. Have a ooh for the interval? Still not very manly. It's fine though. So let's see how manly that ooh is. Ooh, ooh, very good. I haven't tried a George ooh. Ooh. Interesting. I don't know what to do with that. It was more of a pigeon coo than an ooh. But Dave, another ooh from you. Ooh for the interval. So 15-20 minutes. You'll be ready.